Have you seen this video?
What is it that gets you frustrated where you need to throw ice?
Well, motherhood is a really overwhelming job, and it can be a big responsibility, and kids will push your buttons, especially little ones. My daughter is a toddler, so she's going through her terrible twos right now. And there's situations that feel out of my control and get me just overwhelmed, overstimulated, and just frustrated not being able to control the child and control the situation. And so I find myself in situations of overwhelm, wanting to yell and throw things. And I always felt so extremely ashamed and guilty afterwards because that's not who I want to be for my daughter. And I found other outlets to release that anger in healthier ways.
Yeah. Do you have other ways besides throwing the ice?
Well, I tried meditation, therapy, breathing techniques. I mean, I've tried it all. I've read all the self-help books. I've really put an effort into trying to control this part of myself, and nothing has compared to the ice throwing. Such a release.
Notice this mom described how she felt overwhelmed and had no idea how to control the situation with her daughter's behavior. So she got very angry and frustrated. She just chalked that up to the terrible twos. I used to put this phrase at the end of my videos. If you're struggling, something needs to change. That couldn't be more true in this case. If a mom has so much anger that she has to display this kind of behavior to relieve it, the problem isn't the rage. It's the issue that caused the rage. It's the fact that she feels this way at all, and that her toddler, who she described as in the terrible twos stage, has such bad behavior that she feels compelled to throw ice into a bathtub and scream. If this is the situation, the issue is that she has unwittingly allowed her toddler to form habits of behavior that are extremely frustrating to her and are causing her to feel overwhelmed, which of course likely means they are frustrating to everyone else around her. This is the problem. This is what needs to be addressed. The answer isn't throwing things and screaming. And that brings me to the idea of the terrible twos. The twos do not have to be terrible. They should be terrific. If a toddler is acting in a way that could be described as terrible, something needs to change. That means the child hasn't been taught how to behave, and the parent likely has no idea how to fix this. It also likely means there are tantrums going on, and the mom has listened to the advice of gentle parenting experts who tell her this is just a stage she has to go through, that tantrums are normal. She just has to cope. Thus, she is coping by throwing ice in a bathtub and screaming. This could mean that her 2-year-old has learned that she doesn't have to go to bed on time, doesn't need to sleep in her own bed, doesn't have to eat her vegetables, and doesn't have to share if she doesn't want to. She may have learned that anytime she wants something, all she has to do is fuss to the point of causing a scene, and she either gets what she wants, or at least gets coddled and given attention for her efforts. Those are the things that cause a parent to call this stage the terrible twos. A child at this age is just learning how to navigate the world and what they can do to get their way. If the parent doesn't know how to guide them in good behavior, most of the time they won't have good behavior. They will display the behaviors that cause people to label this age the terrible twos. And this makes me very sad. The twos can be terrific, and they should be. They should be exciting and full of joy. And at 2 years old, a child is at the perfect time to teach and train them to behave so that the thrilling 3s and the fantastic 4s follow. Moms, if you have this kind of anger and frustration that brings you to a point of wanting to throw things and scream, please know that this is not necessary. You don't have to live this way, and you can change this. Motherhood does not have to be like that. There are lots of videos on this channel to help, but if you feel you need personal help, you can schedule a consultation with me at my website, mommyanswerlady.com. Parents, you can do this. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you here next time.